Welcome back, guys, to Super Geek Stream. I am Mauro, and this is my partner in crime,
the burn guy,
Josh. And today we are talking about Pokemon Go, the sensation that swept the nation.
I want to play already.
Yeah, you got the itch. I mean, we are definitely sacrificing Pokemon Go time to record this video.
By now.
Exactly. I, by the way, am level 18, about 2,000 away from being 19.
Whatever.
So yeah. But anyway, so Pokemon Go, obviously,
so much money, that's why
I do spend money, but it's a game. Like, for instance, we downloaded it for free, and so far I've spent maybe about 30, 40 bucks on it.
I thought you said 60.
I will definitely, by the end of it, spend over 100. Like, you don't understand.
It's worth it, though.
Yes, I really do. Like, actually, you know, it's weird, because, like, this game is... Well, first of all, we'll talk about our initial reactions of the game. Yeah. So my initial reaction to the game is that it is incredibly fun. Right? It is so much fun.
Such an understatement.
You're right. Like, it really is. It's hard to describe just how fun it is.
That's because we can't do anything.
Despite it being a bad game. Like, if I actually had to pay money for this game, I would have been terribly disappointed. Yes. You know, and it's funny to say because I do spend money on the game, but like think about the last time a video company just released something like, okay, well, we're gonna release something. It's gonna have absolutely zero graphics, maybe about maybe about 3 or 6, like maybe about 200 different images.
None of the Pokemon sound like the Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. There's no actual sound, right? The quality, the music is like monotone, right? And the sound effects are just terrible. Oh, and don't worry about the music because there's so many bugs that it's going to cut out eventually and never come back. Yeah. You know, there's just so many bugs with the games. The servers never work, and it's still great. Just such an amazing game.
And you know, I think that's a testament. I think that it feels like Journey. I don't know if you ever played that game.
The PS game, right?
Yeah. Like it brings people together and it takes them on a journey to find Pokemon. People learn like the phrase in the Pokemon song, "You teach me and I teach you," is literally in this game. Yeah. Like the features are not told. Like nobody tells you how to play the game. There's no hints of how to use the compass. No hints on where to find certain Pokemon.
By the way, also, if that was in another game, I'd be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is there no tutorial?
Exactly.
Why hasn't anyone explained to me how to use the lore module?"
And that's what Journey did. Journey didn't show you how to do anything.
Yeah. And
it was a hit. And this game is a smash hit. I mean, this game is so freaking fun. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. People have been, I guess, trying to find out like, well, you know, where's the best place to catch Pokemon? Like, oh, if you go to the beach, you go play water Pokemon. Yeah, I've heard like, there's a big evolutions thing. You know, the multiple theories that end up pretty much being false. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just so much fun. Yeah. And one of the things I think that is key to the fun is the nostalgia factor. Yeah. You know, I mean, you look at back when you were a kid and you were playing this game, and now you get to do it even as an adult. Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty.
I feel like a child again, to be honest with you. I feel youthful. Like, I mean, even though I'm not old, none of us are old here, but I feel like a kid again playing Pokemon. Like,
we're all children at heart. Yeah. So I'll ask you this. What was your starter? Like, what did you choose?
Bulbasaur.
I actually Bulbasaur too right here.
You want to know why?
Go ahead.
Not only do I think Bulbasaur is underrated as a Pokemon, but I think Bulbasaur was my first card as a Pokemon. It was my
in the TCG.
In the
collectible cards.
It was my first jacked up card that I found, and that's how I got into Pokemon. And I couldn't help it. I had to choose Bulbasaur.
I will say I do remember playing Pokemon Blue and choosing Bulbasaur as my starter. I thought he had a lot more charm. Please, you know, I'll tell people about this. Like, I'll be like, he just looked better than all the rest of them.
Yeah, no,
and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, Charmander's so cute, Squirtle's so cute. They remember the Pokemon cartoon where, yes, Charmander is exceptionally cute. Yeah. Back in the old Game Boy days, he looked like this slender block of... And even Squirtle was like square-faced and stuff like that. I thought Bulbasaur was just like the cutest one. And then I found out like, oh yeah, the game's kind of easy when you get Bulbasaur. Yeah. The first gym is a rock gym as long as you have one of the
plant-based Pokemon.
The grass type attacks, then that's easy. Plant is strong against water, so you're actually good against the Misty gym or whatever gym that is. So yeah, so I was like, okay, this is actually a good Pokemon to choose.
And he's a powerful Pokemon once he starts getting going, like Solar Beam,
Ivysaur, and
Whip,
yeah, exactly.
Razor Leaf. He has all these attacks that are really powerful, and like Pikachu and Charmander have like a shock attack, and then like
and at the time I didn't know that like Charmander, evolved into Charizard.
Yeah.
Right. I saw the Charizard in the cover, and like I can't wait to catch that Pokemon.
Yeah.
I didn't know that what I had to do was evolve.
I don't think anybody did. It had just come out. Yeah.
Blastoise, the same thing. But anyway, so yeah, I chose Bulbasaur as my first Pokemon Go
most
starter.
Most people
as well.
I know chose Charmander, of course, and like I only know one person that chose Squirtle, if I'm not mistaken.
So what about so speaking of again Pokemon Go,
this is gonna be all
about Pokemon Go. I mean, it's the only thing to talk about really right now, at least relevant to the geek world. There's a lot to talk about, but
the only thing that matters.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of stories have come out. Basically people going into other people's houses, going to churches. Like there's a lot of churches that are Pokestops and Poke Gyms or whatever. Has Pokemon Go have you do anything that you normally wouldn't do?
I'm going outside in the sun a lot. And I've gotten a lot darker. You guys can tell from the previous
Definitely.
videos.
Like, go back, look at the other videos. Josh is actually white in them.
Yeah. And
he's almost albino.
Yeah, I'm full on.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a little brotherly love in him.
Like,
but yeah, so
Peace Month.
we went to the beach, obviously.
Oh, the beach! I forgot. Yeah,
we went to the beach. We traveled about an hour and a half out there.
We got attacked in a shark.
Big van. Yeah, exactly. We went in a big van. I've been going to churches. I don't regularly go to church very often.
I feel a little more holy.
Exactly.
I drank baby Jesus. I'll put it at the end.
Yeah. I went to a Baptist church, which, I mean, that's got to be like,
I think a friend of mine's church.
Boss level of churches.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I guess boss level, it would be Baptist, like Westboro Baptist would be like final, that'd be like the ultimate boss in like a Final Fantasy, right? The one you're not even supposed to fight.
You get an egg.
Yeah, exactly. I got some great balls at the Westboro Baptist church. But yeah, it's funny because it takes you to places that you probably wouldn't even consider going.
And it brings people together. I love it. I love that because I go to the last bus stand quite often to reload on the Pokeballs, and some people throw the lures there, and like people just come together.
Yeah.
Like, dude, did you get this Pokemon? Like, yeah, man, I got this Pokemon. Like, where do you get the water type and this and that? Like, it just brings people to talk together.
Yeah, the local university, UTRGV, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, is just full of Pokestops. Has a few gyms out there, and on a nightly basis, you see people I see people on my Facebook posting pictures of like these groups of people just like walking around campus, and and it's interesting because one of the concerns is always like, oh yeah, you don't want to isolate yourself, go out at night, but if so many people are doing it, if it's such a big group, then there's actually safety in numbers, right? Yeah, exactly. So I think it's fine. Like I'll go with my group. Like I don't so much like playing the game on my own. I do like if I'm playing the game on my own, I'm literally sitting somewhere with the lure, just getting experience.
Yeah.
Like the Pokemon hunting, I would prefer just doing it as a group.
It's fun. Like I was telling Jeannie and Sal yesterday, it was ridiculously fun playing together yesterday. It was like at the beach, catching Pokemon, catching the water Pokemon, telling people, dude, go catch this Pokemon before it disappears.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone just yelling out, like, oh, it's a Charmander!
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Graver!
Yeah.
Just the sheer enjoyment. Like I said, it's hard to compare. It's hard to even put into words.
Yeah.
So, speaking specifically about Pokemon, what's your number one right now? What's your best Pokemon you got?
I think right now it's like the one that's in a yarn. I forgot his name.
Tangela?
Tangela. That's my best Pokemon.
Those like yards. These are like weeds or something.
Yeah,
but whatever.
He's a grass Pokemon, so it's weeds. But yeah, that's my best Pokemon right now. I know what yours is.
I have a Flareon. It's like 1,200, a little over 1,200.
Actually, that's my best Pokemon too. I forgot to say the Flareon is the one I hatched. My bad. The Flareon is a 785. So yeah.
Not even 1,000?
No.
Get on my level, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a couple of thousands. I caught a Tentacruel that was close to 1,000.
Dude, I was so close on getting that same Tentacruel, but I ran out of Pokemon.
Isn't that the best story? Like, people are just there, like a Pokemon comes up, and it's like the sheer elation of the people who got it, and then like the people who missed it are just like devastated. They're just like, oh, I didn't catch it, it ran away.
So
like,
me and Sal had a theory about the Mokro. What was it called?
Grimer. We found a
That
Grimer.
you didn't catch, alright. Grimer.
I did catch a Grimer.
Yeah, and everybody else's phone messed up simultaneously, right? Sal was thinking that maybe the code is supposed to be like that because Grimer messes things up, right? He's toxic, he's wasteful, so maybe their phone's messed up because Grimer messed up their phone, and that's the only reason you were able to catch it. And I couldn't find it. That would have been super cool if that's the case.
That would have been super cool if that the case. If that was the case, that is completely paranoid and not true. But it's interesting to talk about. And that's true. Like, there's all these theories about like, oh, like you can do this, and this is the best way to track them.
Yeah.
And, like, this is what this means, and this is how you get these to evolve. And, oh, if you, at night, certain Pokemon come out. Some of them are true, some of them are not true.
Yeah. Actually, certain Pokemon do come out at night.
Like Ghastly, I think only comes out at night. Really, Abra is more likely to come out at night.
Like Alakazam is more likely to come out at night. Like this morning, he was in my front yard. So yeah.
Well, that actually disproves that theory. If you say in the morning,
like 2 or 3 in the morning.
All right. So So I don't know. It's just fun. Certainly, the game is not without its controversies.
Yes.
There's been a lot of news reports about. I think the first one that came out was about the guys in like Tennessee or Mississippi luring people, like literally luring people with Pokemon lures, and then they mugged them. And they did it a couple of times until they got caught.
Yeah. They were luring.
Exactly. Using lures to lure. We have our own local issue with there's a Catholic shrine down the road, and
that's so unfortunate.
So there's these statues around it. I guess they're depictions of
saints.
No, they're depictions of Christ's last days. Before he was crucified.
I see.
So what they're called, I think they're called stations, and I think the whole thing is called like the Passion, right? Like that's the Passion, and they're the stations of the Passion, and there a bunch of them are Pokestops.
Yeah.
So people were going to the shrine and trying to get Pokeballs, stuff like that, catch Pokemon.
It's a nice relaxing place.
It is a great place to walk around. I mean, obviously, sidewalks and such. Don't have to worry about traffic.
Walk around.
Yes, exactly. Stroll around, roll around. Josh seems to think. I'm not sure. Josh can confirm this. He seems to think the two teams got into a fight.
Oh, actually, yeah. 2 different factions. I'm not sure which ones were. But
definitely Mystic and Instinct.
Yeah. Whatever, dude.
They're just the worst. Valor's too busy actually being good at the game.
Yeah,
we would be catching the Pokemon. They could be fighting about it.
And they got in a fight, and they had to call the cops. And after that, the father signed paperwork in order to make it private property. And if you get caught playing Pokemon Go, which is literally impossible for anybody to catch and play, you will be charged with trespassing and be escorted off to jail.
Yeah. It's weird, like nerds fighting over Pokemon.
I know, right?
Like, it's something you'd expect to see out of a South Park episode or something like that. Not necessarily in real life. Like what are these people fighting about? Like their highest level Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
And then what was the other controversy? Huh?
The Flasher.
Oh yeah. Well, there was this other thing where there was a person in a birding, like a nature side. He was exposing himself to children, asking people to play with his balls. Yeah, and then of course the big controversy is driving while playing the game.
And guys, seriously.
Which I completely, exactly.
Come on, Pokemon is seriously fun, but find a DD. Seriously, find a designated driver. My friend Janie, who's behind the camera. She literally has 2 phones of the driver and her phone, getting the Pokeballs and catching Pokemon that they asked for. It's very simple. It's very simple to get a designated driver and go with a group of friends. There's no reason to hurt yourselves over something that's very fun but imaginary at the same time.
Yeah, I think what I always tell people is, I'm not the highest level I know, but I'm definitely pretty high. Eventually, you're just gonna catch these Pokemon. Yeah. It's an inevitability that you are going. Like, if you see a Mankey on the side of the road, I understand that when you're low level, you're just starting the game. You're like, oh my god, it's a Mankey. Yeah. You are gonna literally catch 5,000 fucking Mankeys within the next week. There's so many fucking Mankeys. So many Pidgeys. Don't get excited that you saw a Pidgeot. Like, oh my god, it's the evolve. Yeah, you're gonna fucking evolve 60 of them because you're gonna have so many Pidgeys. Like, don't get too excited. Okay, if there's a Zapdos on the road, maybe that's worth stopping.
Pass it to your wife, pass it to your friend, pass it to your girlfriend.
I don't have a wife.
Or to your imaginary friend, whatever you have.
Pass it to if you're driving alone.
You're a terrible person.
If you are driving alone, please don't even have the app open. Don't tempt yourself.
Don't do that, guys.
Put on some music. Drive. I understand people use their Facebook. Yeah, exactly. All Star. But yeah, don't.
Come on, like like the other day, I wanted this Magmar. I think I posted it in the RGB group. I wanted the Magmar so bad. So badly I wanted that Magmar and disappeared because the server went down. He
literally flipped out of his chair. He was so angry he didn't catch it.
That story will come later. But I didn't get it. I was real heartbroken. But then I was like, yeah, I'm going to get one eventually. Like, duh. But so don't, guys. Be alive, be safe, be good.
Alright, so speaking about the chair incident. We're going to talk about the consequences. Because obviously, there's controversies. The controversies are because, people are doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
But now, have you experienced any consequences, negative especially, of playing the game?
Well, okay, before I get to the good part, dehydration.
Yeah.
I've gotten dehydrated more times in the past week than I have almost my entire life. I have, what else? I've gotten darker. Well, it's not necessarily a consequence, but I like to be a little lighter, whatever. What else has happened?
I've tripped a couple of times, run into spider webs, like at my house. My dad was watering the yard. I didn't even realize it, and I stepped in like muddy pools of water. Like, I mean, I haven't said that my consequences haven't been as grave as some of the reports out there. People get into car accidents and stuff, but I mean, certainly there are real consequences. Really, it's the consequence of doing anything on your phone.
Okay.
Because the phone is a great distraction, but eventually,
you're gonna run into something.
It'll distract you from an important thing.
Yeah. So, the first day that I got Pokemon Go, right? I went outside. I'm like, I'm gonna go look for Pokemon. Like, and I had no idea how to use this app because it doesn't tell you anything. Like you said in the beginning of the show. So I was strolling on. It was 1 a.m, so it was dark, and like I'm going through the site just to be safe, and I forgot that it's trash can day. And so I'm going full speed. You know how fast I go. Like
he motors it.
You've experienced the power of the dark side out here. And so I was going full blast, and all of a sudden I just like real hard, like so much so that those big containers of trash just flew on the floor, just like flipped. And like I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing Pokemon. And then the best one for me was I was going to the Roscoe Center over here for anybody who lives in the RGB or in Westaco. We were going over here, and like I went to go get the Pokestops before Janie got here to hang out. And so I got them, and I was like, okay, I gotta get home. And so I was looking at my phone, looking out for any Pokemon. And like, of course, I'm telling people not to drive and use their phone, and I'm over here doing it.
Yeah. And
so there's this light that has like a cement on it next to the ramp of the wheelchair, for chairs. And so I go, right, and I'm going full freaking speed once again, and I hit the corner of the cement hard, and I just do a 180. I fly out of my chair and do a 180 and just land right on my back. And you know that sound you make? That sound where like it's that kind of cry fall. You go like that, like that sound you make when you fall right on your back or on your butt. I did that sound so hard, and then people were like slowing down and like
taking pictures.
And I'm like, I gotta get up real quick, and I got up real fast, and Yeah, man, I have like a cut here. I have like a cut on my stump. I have a cut like on my butt. It's like I got messed up. I got real messed up. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. Like
I got level 13.
Yeah, exactly. They're great stories. Like even the bad Pokemon stories.
Yeah, they're good
are
ones.
pretty good Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Stories.
I mean, it was fun. My brother got home. I got home, and my brother was just laughing. He's like, "Now are you okay? But are you laughing?" A girl that I told her.
Yeah, I think when I read the status on Facebook, I asked if the street was okay.
Yeah, the street was okay. And my best friend for like since I was like in 7th grade told me like this street was damaged in millions.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, but anyways, yeah. So I mean, there are consequences. There are consequences to playing the game, and yeah, some of them are funny, some of them not as funny.
Yeah.
But
it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, yeah. And to be honest, there's gonna be consequences to doing any activity that's pretty much outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon Go, still pretty much worth it.
Yeah. Hopefully we get updates soon, man.
Well, that would be the way we end the segment.
Yeah. What would you want, Model?
Yeah, the future of Pokemon Go.
You're the veteran here. What would you want?
I think the first thing I would really appreciate is the ability to trade Pokemon.
Yes.
It would be cool.
I got you, Jane, with the right with the right on.
And the truth is, the way it used to evolve Alakazam, which made was you needed to trade Kadabras.
Yeah.
Right. You needed to trade a Kadabra, turn into an Alakazam.
Yeah.
And then also the consequence would be that they would gain experience, faster and stuff. I think that element is not represented in Pokemon Go, but you would really consider that a staple since the very beginning.
Yep.
And really we want to keep it to the first original games because the Pokemon Go is basically the first original 150, 151 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I think trading is a big one for me. What about yourself?
Trading battles, like battles between each other.
Like one-on-one, like me versus you
honestly,
kind of stuff.
If I keep mentioning Jane, but she's always here. If they added that, that's all me and Jane would be doing. Honestly, that's all we would
Not
be doing.
eating, not drinking, not even going to the restroom.
We would die.
Just living in filth, but poke battling until the cows came home.
Say yes, Jane. We'd be doing that all day, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah. That's what I would want.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate that right now, like we had mentioned earlier, there's so many bugs with the game that gym battles they don't
matter.
Feel very badly.
No.
Like okay, so maybe there's some Pokemon there, you try to attack it, all you're doing is like tapping the screen, swiping the screen, charging up some move, but it doesn't feel like you're necessarily doing any kind of.
You can't defend it either. Like unless you have a Snorlax that's very high powered, like the one you have. You can't really defend the gym.
Yeah, your gym is going to be taken over, and I mean, right now I guess there's not a lot of coordination. So I mean, maybe later on they'll figure out some way, but it just doesn't feel like a true Pokemon battle. And that would be nice if eventually they can add that to the game.
I agree.
Give you a little bit more incentive to really have powerful Pokemon, or at least maybe give you an ability to gain experience battling without necessarily having to drive. And I understand the idea behind the game is to go out and play.
Yeah,
but
exactly. But if you guys feel have any ideas of what you want in the game or something that you want added in the game, just tell us in the comments below.
Like what would you say is something that is very Pokemon that needs to be added to Pokemon Go? I actually know I'm going to take mine back. Changing that fucking horrendous music.
Oh, Jesus.
That music is just so terrible. They must have made so 52 million people downloaded the game on the first day.
Yeah. If
half of them spent $1, that's $26 million.
Buy some music.
Yeah, buy some fucking good music.
Yeah.
Add a server.
I took it off.
It doesn't matter. It bugs out and goes away anyways after a while. Maybe you can, I don't know, make it so that the map you're walking isn't just a green blob with some streets on it and patches of blue.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is up with the leaves anyways? The leaves start rustling and they get you all excited. There's nothing fucking there.
It's on the opposite
Why,
side.
Jesus.
It's on the opposite side.
Yeah, the GPI. Last time I was stationary, all of a sudden my Pokemon guy just starts running across the street. And for the next 30 minutes, I'm just like across the street. I'm like, what? what happened here?
And
but,
then you run back.
Yeah, exactly. And I just like quickly
better
put
count for
back.
my eggs.
Yeah, exactly. I better racked up some kilometers. Why is it in kilometers? I understand this is a global game, but America's the only one that matters.
I know.
Put it in miles. Localize it.
Please pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. But anyways,
if you guys have any similar rants, please tell us below. If you have any suggestions for the game, also tell us below. Comment, like, subscribe, make fun of us. Tell us, give us suggestions.
Yes, exactly.
To make the show better. This show is for the geeks. We do this for you guys, and make sure you like, subscribe.
Yeah. So
you're pretty good.
For me, Mauro. And of course, the potato here I call Josh.
The potato.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Potato.
Yeah, you're classy guys. I have to say potato.
Potato.
Alright, this is Super Geek Stream signing off.
Peace.